software reviews and tutorials, click subscribe.
Good day everyone, we are now in the lesson 3. But first of all, I would like to thank all the subscribers and viewers of my channel. And for those who did not subscribe yet, please click the subscribe button for more engineering software reviews and tutorials. Your continuous patronage of my channel boosts me to pursue sharing my knowledge in softwares. This is our topic for the lesson 3, creating new project schedule. Lesson 3.1 would be composed of EPS, enterprise project structure of projects, calendars, organizational breakdown structure, OBS, and WBS, or the work breakdown structures. Let us now how to create the EPS, enterprise project structure. The example of the EPS that I previously created, but if you install the software with load sample data, there are different projects that you will notice here in the main window. But for me, I decided not to load the sample data so I could create project from the scratch. So here, previously I created an EPS for MAN or MAN Engineering and Construction and JRA or JRA Commercial, which is composed of sub EPS or for villages projects, bridge, power, logistics, and JRA for sub EPS of solar project, mechanical and buildings. So I'll show you how to create an EPS. In the menu bar, select enterprise, select EPS, then EPS dialog box will appear. In the EPS dialog box, just select the EPS or EPS ID you want to add another EPS or, for example, another company. Then in the dialog box, click add. As you can see, the new EPS is indented to the right side. But if you wish to make it sub-level of or for other company, just click the arrow here. So the projects or the company will be in the other. Please tell that you create an EPS for the other company. For example, XYZ company, and type the EPS name. Example, XYZ construction, of course, construction. Then, as you can see below, here created new EPS. Below is the EPS name and EPS detail. The responsible manager is the assigned person for the project or the company, but we will create this in OBS or organizational breakdown structure, and we will assign it in every project that the responsible person or manager is assigned. So let's create another EPS or sub EPS for XYZ construction. Click add. Then sample will create a housing project. Then let's create another one. Just select the XYZ where you want, which you want to add an EPS, and click add again. So for example, power plant. Or power plant projects. As you can see, you can edit here in the EPS or here below EPS, right? The form. And let's do more. One more. Click add. Sample roads for specific roads. Of course, the EPS ID and EPS name will depend on the company. So this one, this is the EPS now. This is the EPS now we created. Then click close. So let's back to the main window. You can see the EPS we created will reflect here in the main window.
For more engineering software reviews and tutorials, click subscribe.
Okay. After creating an EPS, let us now proceed to create the new project. Select the EPS you want to add the new project and right click add. The create new project dialog box will appear. This one, dialog box, then select the EPS before we select housing. Click next. Type the project ID, sample H001. Project name H, residences. Click next. And the project start and end dates. Project plan start would be the current date. That's like today, June 26. Then the must finish date, if you prefer to put the completion date in your contract, just select here the button here and select the date, or just leave it blank, and the finish date will be depend when we run the project schedule. And click next. Responsible manager, you can assign it later upon creating OBS responsible manager. Then click next. Assignment rate, we will discuss it also later. And congratulations, the new project has been created. Then click finish. Okay, let's create another one. Right click the housing, the EPS housing. Click add. Then click next. New project ID 8002. Project name G Villages. Next. Project plan date June 26. Responsible manager. Next, and finish. Let's create other one. Select housing. Click add. Click next. Project ID 8003. Project name uh, MLRD. Low rise building. Click next. Project plan start. Again, June 26. Click next, and finish. So this is how to create the new project. Then, after creating new project, we will create, modify, and assign calendar to the project. Select the project you want to make a calendar. Then select in the menu bar, choose Enterprise, select Calendar. As I explained to you earlier, there are three types of calendar: global, resources, and project. Since we have need to create a project calendar for each residences, just select each residences, then select this one, the project, then click add. So this is the default calendar. If you wish to make a copy of this one and then modify it, the select will modify the 6-day work week calendar. Select the 7-day work week calendar, then click add. Then type the name of the calendar. For example, we wish to make a 6 days work week calendar. Okay. Then select modify. In the project calendar dialog box, click the work week. Since we select the 7 day work week calendar, we modify it. We delete the Sunday 0 work hours, and click OK. Then click OK and click close.
For more engineering software reviews and tutorials, click subscribe.
After creating a calendar, specific calendar for each one residence project, we will now create an organizational breakdown structure or OBS for your company. This is how we do it. In the menu bar, select Enterprise, select OBS. Then an OBS dialog box will appear. In company, there are only one higher position. Like here in OBS in Primavera software, create OBS with only one person or one specific person that is in higher rank all over the company. Just like for me, we create an OBS name as president. Then, if you want to put any specific detail here, just put here in the form below: general, OBS description, the responsibility. Then select the OBS name you want to add a new OBS or the person. Example, Vice President. Then click add again. Example, German. Operation. Then let's indent VP operation the right, so it indicates that VP operation is under the Vice President overall. And let's create again an OBS. For example, admin. Okay, let's create another one. Click add. The finance. And again. Logistics. Then for operation, we if you want to create let's us create operation manager, project manager for the project. So click add and let us click the arrow key here to shift to the right. So BP, the person we created, will be under the BP for operation. Let's type the area manager. Okay. And let's add another one for project manager. Type project and let's click the shift right arrow so the project manager is under area manager. Click that is the OBS we created. So well, if we want to assign H1 or housing residence project for area manager, below the let us set it below in the project information, the project information form, the general tab. Select the general tab. Here you can see the responsible manager. Just click this dotted line here and select area manager. Sorry. Select project manager. The project manager now is assigned to H residences. So, okay. After creating an OBS, let us now proceed to create a WBS or work breakdown structure for our project H residences.
For more engineering software reviews and tutorials, click subscribe.
Okay, let us create a WBS for H residences or H001 house project. The menu bar, select project WBS. Then the main window will shift to WBS. Then select H001 house project. Then right click add. For example, the WBS is phase 1, PH1 for phase 1 of the H residences. Phase 1. Other one, select H001. Right click add for page 2, phase 2, phase 2. Then right click again, select H001 and right click add for phase 3, PH3, PH3 for phase 3. This is only an example of work breakdown structure for H residences. After making the H residences, if you shift in the activity window, you can see the work breakdown structure for H residences for phase 1, 2, and 3. Let us make another WS level to The WBS level should be by phase, by location, by project. Previously, we created WBS level for each residences with 3 phases. Now we will create a WBS level with us. Let's copy each residences. Right click, copy, and select the same level here, and right click again and paste. Copy projection dialog box will appear. Some details they tell us what if we copy the risk, the issues, documents in the activity, the WBS. The dialog box asks us if we want to copy this with the details in the WBS. Since we don't have any details yet, just click OK and click OK. Page 001 project will be copied, includes the WBS. Just replace it by page 004, then replace the name with page notes. Shift to WBS, shift to WBS window, it automatically change the WBS code and WBS names. Okay. So create another level of WBS for phase 1. Just right click phase 1, select phase 1, then right click add. Select again phase 1, then right click add, type SW structural works, right click, select H1 again, then right click add, type AW, architectural work, select again phase 1, right click add, type W, lastly select phase 1, right click add, type EW, WBS code for electrical works. And copy all this we previously included. Earthworks to electrical works. Select all. Select first the EW, then select in the keyboard shift, select ELW, and right click, select copy, select phase 2, right click, select paste, and other than it tells us if you want to optionally include all the notebook milestones, WPS details. Don't have any details yet, just click OK. And again, we want to copy this WPS to phase 3, just select phase 3, right click, then select phase, and select Okay, and another level of WBS for phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. So if you want to the WBS level in activity window, let's select in the menu bar project, select activity, then the activity window, and you notice different phase, another level of WBS, phase 1, phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. Okay, that is the end of our lesson 3. The lesson 3 we've learned the EPS or the enterprise structure, how to create a project, create and modify calendar, create also OPS, the organizational breakdown structure, and the work breakdown structure of WBS. And let us preview what are the topics that we will discuss in the lesson 3.2. This is the activities, and after creating an activities, we'll run the schedule. Activity involves some other details. I will discuss to you some other details involved in creating activities such as durations, dates, relationships, predecessor and successor, lab, activity type, duration type, and activity type. After we create schedule, we will run the schedule. After finishing creating it, we will run the schedule. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for the time watching my tutorial and viewing my tutorial. And if you have any suggestions, comments, if you have comments, just post it in the comment section. And if you have any suggestion, just you can email me in notsotechy@gmail.com. Again, thank you and see you in the next lesson.
For more engineering software reviews and tutorials, click subscribe. For more engineering software reviews and tutorials, click subscribe.
Hey everyone, we are now in the lesson 2. First of all, I would like to thank for doing and following this series of tutorials. Now, when you open the Primavera software, and if you created several projects but didn't show the projects, just go to the menu, select enterprise, and select project. The project window, main window, will appear with the several projects that you created and we created in the series of this tutorial. This to open the project specifically for H001 or H residences and H004 or Price Homes resident. We will create an activity for H001 residences and H004 housing Price Homes projects. So each of these projects have different level of WBS. So we will create two types of activity. One with one level of WBS, which is the H residences, and second is that we have the project with two level of activity. which is a Bribes Homes project. So create an activity for H001 residences. Just select H001 project, right click and click open project. So if we shift and to open the WBS window, go again to the menu, select project, select WBS. As you can see, we open a project with H001 project with the previously created first level WBS, and in this we will create an activity. So to create an activity for H001 project, select the activity window, then select the WBS phase 1, then right click, then click add, then type the activity name, for example artworks, and again select activity H001 for another H1000, right click add. For the new activity, type structural works, then add activity, right click add. For activity name, architectural work, and right click, again click add. Plumbing works, and right click again, click add for electrical works. As you can see, the default value for activity ID is H1000, then the increment activity ID to create another activity is 10. This default can be customized, and I will explain how to customize this in different video. And another default settings is the plan duration. Every time we create an new activity, the 5 days duration is default duration. Then every time we create an activity is the start date, which is the current or the actual date. For example, duration for this project, earthworks for this project is 60 days. Then earthworks is 108 days. 3 months. Let's say it's 2 days or 4 months. Architectural works, let's say 180 days. Plumbing works 180, and electrical works is 180. As you can see, if we type an duration, automatically a bar chart in the left side in the time scale, this is time scale, it will appear, and the finish date for each activity is also automatically. This duration is for tutorial purposes and actual duration or planned duration can be computed based on the type of activity and the productivity rate you apply, which is depend also in the resources that you assign. For the meantime, we will create simple activity for this project. After creating an activity and duration, we will assign the relationship for this following activity. Then we will copy this activity for phase 1 and phase 3. Then we will run the schedule. We will assign predecessor and successor for each of this activity and type of relationship, including the log. To further understand this, let's assign predecessor and successor. For example, for earthworks, the successor is of course the structural works. Just double click the successor column in activity earthworks, then an assign successor dialog box will appear in left. Let us choose structural works. Selected activity code, activity ID will are reflected in the activity we assigned, and the selected successor also automatically appear here. Then another one, as you will notice here in the activity form below, in the successor tab, for activity 810 activity ID, earthworks shows have a successor of structural work with finish to start relationship, but and zero lag. I will explain it further as we go on. So let's assign a structural successor for structural works, for architectural works. Select here in the column, aligning to the structural work, double click. Select plumbing works, and for plumbing works, select electrical works, and for structural works, select architectural works. And let's close for a while with the assign successor dialog box. Then it will show you how to run this schedule. In the menu, select tools, then click schedule. Schedule dialog box will appear, this, and with some details such as current date to date. This is the current date to date, the date to date. Let's just retain some details here. Just click schedule. As you can see, the bar chart here is calculated and adjusted, and the finish date also is calculated here. To visualize the entire bar chart, just let's adjust the time scale. Select time scale here, then right click, select time scale dialog box will appear. Then in the date interval, just let us select year quarter, click right and click OK. You can see now the entire duration, the entire bar chart for activity. This shows that it's red. But in the actual construction, we don't need to wait for the entire earthworks before our structural works will commence. The same with architectural work before structural works and plumbing electrical works for architectural work. So there are sometimes parallel situations. While excavation is ongoing, fabrication of rebars for structural works is also ongoing. How we can adjust the schedule? That is the significance of the lag, which is shown here in the predecessor and successor, which we can adjust here in the predecessor and successor dialog box. For example, structural works can be commenced after 30 days the earthwork starts. So how can we adjust the bar chart using the lag? Select the activity we want to assign the lag. Then let's set the lag in the form below. You can see the relationship is finished to start, which means before we assign lag, I will explain to you the types of relationship that we can assign in activity. There are 4 types of relationship: finish to start, finish to finish, finish to start, start to finish, and start to start. The finish to start relationship means that after finishing the first activity, which is earthworks, the structural activity will start. This is the meaning of finish to start relationship. Same with finish to finish. The first activity, for example earthworks, will have the same finishing dates in the structural works, and also start to finish and start to start. Example, architectural works and electrical works, plumbing works and electrical work will commence or start on the same day. Then we will adjust the lag. The relationship. We start the relationship with for the structural works with earthworks, and with the positive lag of 30. So let us run. So you can visualize. Take tools, schedule. Then let's select schedule, and you can see there are 30 days positive lag here with the start to start relationship of earthworks to the structural works. Then let us create again relationship with the negative lag for architectural works to the structural works. Let's select structural works, then go to the dialog box, predecessor tab. In the lag, let us type -30. Then to visualize again, go to the menu, schedule, and select schedule. So it's it. As you can see again, the relationship of structural works, architectural works to structural works to earthworks to architectural work is finish to start, or FS, finish to start relationship with 30 days lag. But I believe there are some architectural works that can be fabricated off-site, so 30 days lag. Negative is, let's adjust the lag by, let's say, minus 210. Then let's click tools, schedule, let's assign, for example, let's adjust architectural works by 240 calendar days. Then let's adjust the lag by negative 2%. Then go to the menu, schedule. Let's see the architectural works with finish to start relationship, finish of the structural work to start of architectural works relationship with negative 210 lag from here, end of structural work to the start of architectural works reflect, which is almost the same with the start to start relationship. Then let's use again another type of relationship, which is start to finish. And let us assign relationship for plumbing works and electrical works. Example for plumbing works, let's say start to start again 30 days positive lag. Then schedule, and for electrical works the relationship would be, plumbing works, let's say 90 days. That for plumbing works, let's say the relationship is start to start, start of architectural works, start of finishing plumbing works relationship with 90 days lag. That's schedule, tools, schedule, and click schedule. As you can see, the bar is also again adjusted. Then let's also set the relationship for electrical works to plumbing works with lag, with finish to finish relationship with 0 lag. So then let's create tool schedule. Don't need to use the frequently the tool schedule. It's much better you prepare the schedule first with the assigned relationship and lag, then input it in Excel file. From Excel file we will import the file from Excel to the Primavera program. Also you can see the bar shows red, which means the critical path, since there's no other activities available yet. Then let us copy this activity we created, phase 2 and 3. Select A1000 to A1040 and right click copy. Select the WBS activity phase 2. Right click paste, and the copy option dialog box appears. So just ensure that the relationship is checked, and activity codes will automatically adjusted. Click OK. And again, select phase 3 WBS, right click paste, and click OK. Activity code will also automatically incremented by 10. Click OK. Let us assign a relationship for artworks from phase 1 to phase 2 to phase 3. Phase 3. We only assigned one, but relationship such as predecessor and successor can be more than one. But make it simple, we only assign one successor from phase 2 to phase predecessor from phase 1. We'll assign predecessor for earthworks of phase 2, which is earthworks of phase 1, and earthworks of phase 3, which is earthworks of phase 2, and click close the assigned predecessor dialog box. Then let us run the schedule, the menu tools, schedule, click schedule. As you can see, the schedule will, the bar chart will is adjusted. The bar chart shows different color of activity, which is green and red. What does that mean? Means the red bar charts means all the activities in the red bar chart means this is the critical activity that need not to be delayed, since any delay of each of the activity can cause the delay of each project. This is the critical path, and activities in the critical path also have zero total float, zero free float, zero total float. Then here the green activity means this activity can be delayed for a computed free float for each activity, the allotted free float, without delaying the completion of the project. To further visualize the relationship, how the relationship is in the from one activity to another, in the toolbar, select this one, relationship lines, then click. As you can see, there are lines here that shows link from bar 1 to the other. For example, earthworks in phase 1, structural works in phase 1. Structural works and earthworks have start to start relationship with 30 days lag. You can see bar chart is relationship is start of earthworks and start of structural works with 30 days lag. Then the architectural works with the relationship of finish to start, finish of structural works to the start structural works to the start of architectural works with 210 negative 210 days lag. Finish of structural works to the start of structural works with 30 days lag. Hope you clear to you meaning of the relationship and the lag. And next, we will create an activity for the 8004 project, the price project, with 2 level of WBS. Let us adjust the time scale so we can visualize here a month, here a quarter, here quarter, yeah. Okay. Like This is the bar chart. We created schedule. Next, we will create the activity for a 2 WBS level project. Go to the activity window, select 8004 project, right click, click open, and let's proceed to activity window. As you can see, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 is the first level, WBS and earthworks, structural works, architectural work, plumbing works, and electrical works are the second level of WBS. Create an activity for WBS earthworks. Like earthworks, right click, click add. Let's say excavation. And again, right click, finishing, right click out, excavation, add for right click, select the property link, click add or build. Okay, right click again, click add for soil positioning. And for structural works, right click, click add, select WBS structural work, right click and click add, steel fabrication, and right click, select the steel fabrication, click add, formworks application. Click add for clicking. Center column, foundation column, beams, sub. And for architectural works, the architectural works is select architectural works. Right click, click add, finishing. Third clustering, select clustering, right click, click add for Tileworks. Right click, click add doors and windows. Enter, click add, painting works, plumbing works, right, select plumbing work, right click, add, guys, ins, enter, right click, click add, vary lines, right click, click add, Right click, click that for highlights. Here, right click, click that for pictures. And let's go to the rectangles. Right click, select, right click, click that. Then there are also wrappings. Enter, right click, click that. Wirings. Then again, enter, right click, click that. Panel boards. For pictures. Wrap-ins and panel boards. Wirings and panel. Okay. And again, enter, right click, add for panel boards and breakers. Panel board set, so it includes breaker. So that is the activity with to the level WBS. I let you expound your knowledge, what you learned here. I let you explore what I teach and apply it in your project. So that's what I teach in project 8001. After creating scheduling a project 8001 in durations, we will update, and I will show you how to update the schedule. See you in the next video. If you have any comment and suggestion, just input it in the comment section. If you want any software tutorial that you want me to teach to you, just can also put it in the comment section, or you can reach me in the email notsotechie@gmail.com. Thank you very much for your viewing.
For more engineering software reviews and tutorials, click subscribe.